And haircut. Okay.
Yep.
That's good. So. Hey everybody, it's Patrick.
Emily.
Say that again. Hey everybody, it's Patrick and...
Emily.
I wasn't good either. So, hey everybody, it's Patrick and...
Emily.
Probably not with the hands. Hey everybody, it's Patrick.
And Emily.
And we're so excited to give you a quick update on Nuvo Church and everything that's been going on for the last couple of weeks. And honestly, it's been a big couple of weeks for us. Last week we were out in California. We were in San Diego for Stadia's cohort retreat. Us, along with 30-ish other couples, went to Rise City Church. And big shout out to Brandon. Thank you so much for hosting us, leading our cohort. We had such a great time. And so maybe we can talk about like some things that we took away. Like, what did we learn? So,
besides seeing, California for the first time.
California's a big deal. I like California.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's kind of great.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was cool for us because we a lot of the couples that were already there were pretty further on in their journey. So they're starting like this fall instead of next year. Okay. So it was cool to like kind of pick their brains and see like where they're at that stage. Also, we learned a lot about, once you're on the ground, you started to have your team established, how to like gain momentum through events and team meetings and all of that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. We talked a lot about like managing momentum in the beginning, and it's probably a year and a half before we'll start having services. But one thing I love about our team and one thing that we're already doing is we're really reaching out to people that we don't know yet in Columbus digitally and making so many great connections. Yeah. And so it's been fun to talk about how do we manage that momentum and, how do we launch something from nothing and how do we build a team around that. One of the other people that I want to give a big shout out to is Craig Whitney. Craig really led the cohort retreat, and a lot of this came out of his brain. Like he's just a brilliant thinker when it comes to church planning and so many other things. But we learned a ton. And Tim Selleck as well. Tim gave a great talk on what it looks like to be a church for the unchurched. Mm-hmm. And we just had so much fun. But one of my other big highlights from the weekend actually came when we all went to Brandon's house. So you can picture like roughly like 30-ish couples went there, all the other people that were involved in the retreat, and they just spent the entire night talking about how to do church planning with your family. And that was just an amazing night. We got to hear from Tim Selleck and his wife. We got to hear from Brandon and his wife as well. It was just so cool to be able to talk to them and ask them questions about how do you do family well in the midst of church planning, which is really a big thing. And so I wanted to say thank you guys so much for putting on the cohort retreats. So after San Diego, we hopped on a plane, we came back to Michigan, and then we spent a few days in Traverse City and then actually drove down to Detroit. And I spoke at the Orion campus this past week. So we wanted to say a big shout out to Dave and Ann and Cody. Thank you so much for hosting us, letting us come on stage, tell the story of Nuvo Church, and invite so many people from Orion to be a part of it. In fact, many of you are probably watching watching this video because you just kind of signed up for our prayer team or you're following us on Facebook. So thank you so much to David, Ann, and Cody. Thank you for having us and hosting us, letting us tell the story, and letting me speak as well. We had such a great time. It was so much fun. And then all of you who are at Orion, who took a step to follow us on social media, who gave to our church plant, who are planning on giving to this church plant, or even offered up some equipment or vans that we were talking about needing. We just wanted to say thank you so much for partnering with us. So this week is actually a big week for us too. So we're in Dayton, Ohio for the next several days. And then this weekend, we're actually going to be traveling a little bit further north, and we're going to be having some conversations with some churches there, telling them a little bit about the Nuvo story, talking to them about partnership as well. And so we would love for you to be praying for us this weekend as we have all of these other conversations. And then in the middle of the week, I'm actually going to be in Columbus, meeting with some potential people who are wanting to be a part of our launch team and talking to some key leaders in the community. So again, a huge week for us. We'd love for you to be praying for those things. So what else could we be praying about?
Yeah, you can just be praying about as we continue to build our launch team. So we met a lot of people at Orion who said, I know someone in Columbus, here's their contact information, and we'll be in Canton, that's just 2 hours away. Right. So I'm sure they'll know people in Columbus too. So just that, these connections, these people that we meet, that God would just start to lay the mission of Nuvo Church on their hearts, and that would just be a really cool, just God connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And we wanted to say, again, thank you so much for being a part of this. Even if you are somewhere else in the country, you're not in Columbus, you're not in Michigan, you're nowhere near us, but you're part of this prayer team. We just wanted to say thank you so much for partnering with us. We take it seriously. It matters to us, and we can feel your prayers. So thank you so much for being a part of this, even from a distance. And the other thing I want to let you know too, if you haven't done it yet, we'd love to invite you to like us on Facebook and Instagram. I know that's kind of an odd ask, but we've kind of been jokingly said nobody wants to be the first person to the party. And so the more people that we can get on social media, the easier that becomes. And so we would love to invite you to be a part of that if you're not yet. So again, thanks so much for your prayers. Thanks for being a part of this team. And we will send you another update very soon. See you later.
Bye. It's just so heavy on that side.
My hair?
Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
And that.
So what else could we be praying about?
Yeah. So while we were at
Sorry.
I can't be perfect all the time.
So what else could we be praying about?
Come on.
I'm trying to say.